Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of That's All Funny, episode number 582. Yeah, guess that's it, right? Okay. Um, another day of sleeping. Ah, ah, I get you, Spider-Man. I'm Waluigi. Wow, Wario got the weed. No, just here chilling. Didn't do much today other than chill. My dad came by and we were talking about politics. And he like hates Trump like with a passion. And I mean, I don't want to like break his heart, so I don't tell him. It's not that, and I told him it's not that I like Trump. It's just that I don't like any politicians, and I feel like Trump is the lesser of the two evils, or at least the evil we know. But yeah, he was just talking politics, and I feel like as we get older, that's just what we do. You know what I mean? Like we just start getting like real bitter about like things like that. Like me with like these articles about all the money into like other countries when we need help the most. That like bugs me a lot. When here I am like, oh man, I gotta find a coupon for dish soap. And bacon. Or go buy 4 pounds of meat at the corner meat store for fucking was it 10.99 a pound, 9.99 or for the 9.99 for 4 pounds, which isn't bad. It's not bad for. I think it's like, is it 90/10? I think it's 90/10. Let's look at the news. This is kind of like some random news here. Spice Girls reunion fans really want. I'll tell you what you want, what I really want. I'll tell you what you want, what you really want. I think that's what they're going for. They really want a Spice Girls reunion, and Victoria Beckham had what's it called? I guess her how old is she? 50? Yeah, her 50th birthday, and they showed up at her party. The Spice Girls, which is great. I'm glad they're still friends. Because that's great. I appreciate that they're able to like, and I guess they sang and danced and did shit, and it's all the Spice Girls, and that's cool. I'm all for it. I love the Spice Girls. I love the Spice Girls. Like I said, now as a kid, I was in love with Ginger Spice. She was like the hottest fucking chick in the world. And as an adult, I'm in love with Sporty Spice because she's just like so much hotter to me now. It's weird how our tastes change um with time. Like, oh, I used to like this type of woman, now I like this type of woman. Oh, I used to hate these type of things, now I hate politics. Now, like, oh, I used to hate olives, now I tolerate olives. So it's just it's cool to see them together. Do we really need them back? Like, they did a reunion show at what was it, the Olympic Games, where they came out because the Olympic Games were being held like in London or England, somewhere there, and they came out like to do a little quick thing with a bunch of fucking Mini Coopers that had the British flags on them. So that was cool. They all actually were there. Like, it's really hard to get Victoria Beckham to do anything now because she fucking has David Beckham. Like, she doesn't need money. She's got a lot of money. But I mean, I'm glad all the girls look good. They look fucking fabulous. Even Baby Spice, and she was like, the baby, the fucking the ones for the the maps. But good for her. Happy 50th birthday. Jesus, she's fucking hot. She's fucking hot. Uh not as hot as Sporty Spice. Sporty Spice is top tier now. Very much so. And Scary Spice is still scary, but not in like a racist way. I'm just intimidated by her. Staying with the British thing, I guess. Ooh, what happened here? My screen went black. Did you see that? Jon Bon Jovi thanks Taylor Swift for enticing Prince William on stage to sing "Living on a Prayer." And here's a picture of them singing "Living on a Prayer." And I don't understand. The Unlikely Trio performed the song at the Century Point Gala dinner at Kensington Palace on November 26, 2013. and footage of the moment has regularly gone viral ever since. Um, I don't know. I really don't get this. Like, for one, Prince Harry, or I'm sorry, Prince Harry, Prince William. Is he the one that's going bald? He doesn't even look like good looking anymore. You know. I love Jon Bon Jovi though, but I don't know why he's like, I gotta thank Taylor Swift for that. Like, as if that helped catapulted him to success. He was already having a lot of success before that. Very, very much so before that. Uh, but whatever. Wow, wow. Do 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 do. Wow, wow. Do 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 do. It's just for the ones who stood their ground. Wow, wow, wow. And never back down. Wow, wow, wow. It's my life. My heart is like an open highway. I think I said I did it my way. I just want to live without a lie. It's my life. And now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I just want to live without a lie. It's my wow wow. That's exactly how the song goes. I'm worried that YouTube will copyright strike this podcast now and give all the money to Bon Jovi because I sounded just pitch perfect to the song. Like if I'd sang it on Rock Band, I would have 100%ed it. Moving on. How much Nike is paying Caitlin Clark with historic shoe contract? So, Caitlin Clark's in the WNBA and she's pretty. She's a pretty girl. I'm proud of her. So she's getting an 8-year deal with Nike that is worth. It says here end up being worth 28 million and a signature shoe. So she's getting her own shoe. She's getting paid 28 million for 8 years. Which, let's do the math here, right? Roughly, what's 8 times 3's 24. 8 times 4 is 32. So it's probably like 3.5 million a year, which is fucking great, I think, right? And then the fact that, of course, everyone was talking shit about, WNBA women, she was the first drafted and she's only going to make $750,000 for the first year. And to me, it's like, dude, for one, she's going to get rowdy money for endorsements. That was already a given, right? And two, um, that's still a lot of money to just play basketball, especially when you don't generate nearly as enough like popularity as the men's NBA, the regular NBA, not the WNBA. But there's an argument there, but that's just to distract us from the fact that like Biden's like, I want equal pay for women athletes, and it's like, okay, but you want like to sign these laws that say men can play in women's sports, and then you also want to just ruin the dollar bill by giving money for free to Ukraine and all that, and Israel and Palestine. Like, I don't know, it nothing makes sense, right? But they want to like, hey, look at us doing this over here while we're secretly in the back doing this over here. So, um, but yeah, I'm happy for her. Like the fact that she didn't even win the championship. She ended up losing it to that undefeated team, but she still got drafted first, and she's getting all these deals and stuff and her own shoe. I think it's great. Great. It's great. No, it's good for women. They really need like someone to look up to in sports right now. I feel like there really isn't any like woman that is there to look up into, especially like a young up and coming talent, because she's like not an established talent. She's like, oh, she came out of nowhere, bam, she's doing great, and she has like this bright future ahead of her. So like that's a great thing. It's a great story, and of course you might call it privilege or whatever because she's white. I argue that not all people, that's talent, like she had to put in the work, and she did, and that's good. That's great. I think it's a great story. I don't know if it's a Cinderella story, 'cause she didn't come from fucking rags to riches. She'd be doing fine even if she didn't have an NBA career. I'm sure she'd be a great accountant or assistant or data analyst, but whatever white women do right now. Um, Moving on to something I said I was being angry about. Zelensky urges U.S. to send weapons quickly ahead of Russian offensive. And I just saw on the news that the US signed like a bill to give, I don't even know how much, dude, like so many billion. I don't know if it was like, it says here, 95 billion aid package. And this aid package includes helping out Israel, helping out Ukraine, and then maybe even helping out Palestine and Iran, but like for humanity's sake. And dude, like, we just keep sending him money, and he's like, "It's not enough. We need more." We keep sending him weapons. It's not enough. We need more. And it's like, dude, like, we've given you so much help, and it's like, not. What are you spending this money on? He's like a drug addict. Like, hey man, like, like I gave you $100, or I gave you, $200 to buy groceries for the week. What'd you do with it? I need more. I'm starving. And it's like, yeah, but what did you do with the other money I gave you? "Well, it's not enough. I need more. I need more." What the fuck did you do with it though? Like, what are you doing with all this money? Because you're getting money up the ass. And he looks like the kind of guy that likes shit up the ass. But that was my mouth. But I don't know. Like, I just don't understand what they're doing with all this money. When we have literally, like, homeless people. I always say this argument: we have homeless people here, or people who need help, or oh, jobs are great, blah blah blah. And it's like, nah, I don't think so. Like, there's obviously uh there's a mental health crisis here in the United States with all the you know, transgender things going on, with all the pro-Palestinian things, with all the pro-abortion, anti-abortion, all the this whatever that Civil War movie was about is basically what's going on, right? I don't know, but I just don't understand. I really don't, and I hope for the sake of our country. I don't know. I hope RFK wins. I know he's not going to, but I really wish that's what would happen. And I don't know if what I fear more, Trump winning or Trump losing, because either way, like, shit's gonna go down if those events happen. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to think other than we just have to wait and see how things play out, because war never changes. Lastly here, and I guess I should transition from the schools, right? This is a hot ticket. This just came out. Columbia shit. I'm, I'm having a stroke. Columbia University cancels classes over protests. I'm glad this was a 1 minute read. Pro Palestinian students occupy a central lawn on the Columbia University campus. So, Columbia University has canceled in person classes on Monday days after the arrests more than 100 students for refusing to leave a pro Palestinian encampment on campus. Columbia University president, blah, 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 sent a statement posted on the website. The classes will be held virtually to de escalate the rancor and give us all a chance, or rancor, give us all a chance to consider next steps. It comes after Shafiq last week came under fire from Republicans at a House hearing on anti Semitism on campus. So, anti Semitism is going down, and then you have these pro Palestinians. And I just saw a video, like, uh kids trying to form a human chain to keep a Jew out of a school, and I'm like, what is this? Like the 1950s, like when they kept that black girl from going to do a segregated white school? Like, I don't get what the fuck's going on. Like, aren't you going there to learn? Like, don't you pay money to go there, and this is what you do? Like, what do your parents think? Where the fuck are your parents? That's what I want to know. But this is a developing story. I know this is just going down. This literally just happened like an hour ago and shit. Or it's a developing story as far as that. So I just wonder what Colombia is gonna do. I'm honestly like I get the whole like you're whatever side you're on isn't the bad side, right? Like it's all interpretation of who's a good guy and who's a bad guy, right? But I just don't understand how you can be pro Palestinian and then be these other pro like life and pro trans and all that when they hate those kind of people or pro gay. Like I'm pretty sure the Palestinians hate gay people, they hate trans people, they barely respect women. That's kind of like the blacks for Trumps, you know, like it doesn't make any sense to me. How can you like him when you know he's openly racist and he's a piece of shit to the black people, you know? Like I don't understand. Like that's like some brainwash bullshit, you know? But to each his own. Into each life, into each life, some rain must fall. But too much is falling in mine. Into each life, some rain must fall. But too much is falling to mine. Don't want to set the world on fire, baby. I just want to set a flame in your heart. No, I don't know. But who cares, right? The world, the bomb's gonna drop anyways, right? But I want to thank you for till the bomb drops. That's all funny. It's available anywhere podcast available. Just search That's All Funny. I got a podcast coming out today, which is on Monday with my buddy Gabe called That's All Kayfabe. Should come out at 11 a.m. Central. Check that out. If you like wrestling, it's all about wrestling. It's fun. It's a fun podcast. Check it out. Again, if you like wrestling, available anywhere podcast available. Just search That's All Kayfabe. If you want to see video versions of any of the podcasts I do, check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Lorenzo Ariola. Got videos there of that. I also play some video games, do other stuff. I do a live show with the wonderful Mint Salad called Tits and Areolas. She's at Autistic Boobs on Twitter. Check out her content. We do that live show on Tuesdays from 8 p.m. Central and or 9 p.m. Eastern. Check that out. If you want to give to the show, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/at Lorenzo, patreon.com/Lorenzo Ariola. $5 a month gets you everything, helps support the podcast. Check out at Lorenzo Ariola on Twitter and Instagram. Check out my artists at Retro Horror Inc. on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you to my supporters. Thank you to the listeners. Like and subscribe. I love you so much. Take care. Bye.